Welcome to Mad Mat. Welcome to the Mad Mat Salon, where we meet and have conversations with masters. Today, I'm happy to say that we're sitting with Master Alan Steinfeld, who is the host and producer of his own program, the Newrealities television program.
Nice to be on your show. It's always nice to have the other cameras on the other angles switched. Anyway, it's nice to be here.
Yeah, we're changing this. We're changing
yes,
the
it's
tables
nice to be
around.
on the other side of the table.
Right. So I watch many of your programs. You have tons of interviews.
I do have 1,000 up on YouTube.
Oh, is it 1,000?
At least 1,000.
You've interviewed over 2,000 people, though. Right?
Well, with my radio show and like some of them I still am editing. Yeah, I have years. I'm backlogged for years of stuff I have to still put up.
To edit.
From when I did shows on Manhattan Cable, then they have to be converted to video and uploaded to YouTube. So yeah, I have lots of stuff and great stuff with great teachers.
You have amazing stuff. The list of people is so impressive. Some of my favorite
Like
teachers
who?
are there. Well, you've got a ton of interviews with Deepak Chopra.
Deepak's been very, very good to me.
Very good.
No, he has. He said every time he has a book, he wants to come on my show because he says there's things he could say on my show that he can't say on CBS or one of the mainstream networks. It would seem too way out. But for my show and my audience, Deepak, I think he feels more at home, more natural, more open to express his real point of view, his deeper spirituality. And most of network isn't ready for it, but I've geared my show towards the people interested in a deeper spirituality.
It's wonderful. I was just looking at David Hawkins. Very impressive.
That was from the archives. That I dug up recently. I found wow, this is on an old hard drive. So
I've read his books.
You read his books?
Very impressive. Love him.
Yes.
He influenced me significantly over the years. I just tuned into an interview with Saida.
Saida, yes.
Very
yes,
interesting.
Yes.
That's one I'm going to go back to when I have time.
She did a jade egg, sexuality. Sexuality is sort of a theme for some of my shows because it's about the human body. I say it's from the inner to the outer, from sexuality to UFOs. It doesn't get any more in, it doesn't get any more out there. So
that's an accurate description.
So both, yeah.
I'm particularly curious how you got so fascinated with the UFO thing.
Okay.
So
that's
tell
a valid
us
question.
About that.
It may sound weird, but I think I've had sightings. I've seen lights in the sky that's like, what's that light doing there? Or moving like this silently and then moving back up, and not airplanes, not helicopters. In New York, I saw this light in the sky and I saw this like blue beam come out of it. And I said, what was that? And then it's like I saw it again. And so also, though, I think in dream states, I think I had contact. I can't say it was in the conscious state, but I can say it was in a dream state.
Can you describe anything?
Yeah.
I'm curious because I wonder if I've been.
I think a lot of people have.
Yeah.
One of that was really weird was like I was sleeping in the middle of the night. I felt this furry thing on the inside of my leg. Something was tickling me and waking me up, and then this little creature, but it was in a dream, was put in my hands. It looked like a baby deer. It was put in my hands, and I said, this is weird, and then I went back to sleep. But, so I think that was a contact for the hybrids, that they're taking our genetics, and the little grays are creating these hybrid
I want to
beings.
hear about this.
Well, do you know about this?
I want to know about the grays. What are they? Are there any in the room?
Well, you're wearing gray. Supposedly, and I can't verify this because I've never actually seen them myself, but people say they've been taken in the middle of the night and genetic material's been extracted from them, and then there's combined with the ET genetics creating these half ET, half human beings that are now populating not our planet but are going to be taken other places because their race, the little grays, are they're very evolved mentally, intellectually, intelligence, but they've forgotten how to feel. They've forgotten the emotion, what part that makes us really human. And they realize, this is just my theory, that they've reached a dead end. They can develop all the intellect they want, but unless they have the ability to feel, they're missing the source. They're missing God or the soul or the spirit. So they realize really the true value of incarnation is the feeling experience. So they've taken our ability to feel, which is in our DNA, in your eyes, in your lips, in your whole being. In every cell, there's the emotional makeup as well as just the physical makeup. So they knew that. They've interbred our physical, emotional qualities with their intellectual qualities to create, and what they're creating is a hybridization of ET humans, and that's my theory. Because this really feeds into what I really feel Newrealities is all about. It's opening our minds to new possibilities, so when those voices come in, those intentions, we're receptive to it. So it was probably, what my guess is just trying to make contact with you and bring you up to the frequency where you can understand those voices. At the frequency you're at, it's like, it sounds like gibberish, but you know, it's like if you slow a tape down that's moving at high, then you can start. So, but the slowing it down is raising your vibration. So the more you listen to it and be open to those possibilities, the more your neurological connection can access the higher frequencies, so that information will make sense to you. So Newrealities is about using our brains in different ways, using different features, different facilities, different abilities to listen that go beyond psychology. Psychology would say you're crazy. Now we have to transcend the old psychological paradigms. I mean, it's been great. Psychology has have us understand ourselves, but it's put a limit on what we're able to know about the capabilities of our brains and minds and consciousness to receive things from an interdimensional world. So Newrealities is about accessing the interdimensional space through the interdimensional vehicle of our brain. Your brain is just not located in physical matter. It's a doorway to other time and dimensions that we can access into this reality.
Your physical brain is a doorway?
Yes, your physical brain has neurological connections that vibrate at faster frequencies that access other realms. So, I mean, yes, it's physical, but it has like, you know, a radio is physical, but a radio is picking up radio waves that are non-physical.
Right.
You know, our brain is physical, but it has the ability to pick up frequencies that are non-physical. Not having the voice, it's like becoming a part of you. It's like more like you are at that frequency that you were that they wanted you to be at. So you're living your life at that frequency of a higher vibration. So there's no need to access this voice because you're doing the work of unfolding these new realities. That's my opinion.
I find that very fascinating.
Yeah. Anything else?
I don't know right now.
No,
I'm not sure.
That's what I get.
What do you think's harder? If you had the connection and now you have to go from the conscious, you know, the higher consciousness into the body, and it's easy to maintain the connection because you know it's there. But if you never had the connection and you're kind of in the drudgery or the sludge and you have to find the connection.
Well, it's levels, it's steps, you know. First you have to know you're miserable. First you have to know that there's possibilities to live differently. I mean, you're like the poster child. No, you got out of a trap. I mean, most people would say it was really great, the job that you had there, you're making lots of money. What's the big deal? Everyone has to. And then you said, no, there's a better way. Look, I'm happier. So I think it's levels and levels of movement. You know, you get in, you realize, oh, I am miserable. Maybe it's possible to do something different where you don't have to be miserable. And then you open up, maybe you do some meditation, you realize there's the observer there, and the observer is not the ego mind, but it's observing the ego mind, and you don't have to be reacting to your thoughts, you know. So you have a thought, you know, you're angry at someone doesn't mean you have to hit somebody. You watch your feelings, you observe them without reacting to them. You don't have to, not everything your mind is telling you is true.
It's true.
It's like, you know, you're observing your mind.
Yeah.
That's why I was making the difference between consciousness and mind, because you observe your mind, but it's consciousness that's observing the mind. So there's levels and levels of awakening, and we're all going through on whatever level. I mean, there's still more. There's always more.
There's always more. I want to thank Alan And I want to thank my wonderful executive producer, Rick Mack. And I want to thank you. Thanks for joining us.